Korvai. Thadhikinathom DhingThakitaDhin ThakitaDhin ThakitaDhin Thadhikinathom Thadhikinathom. Welcome to episode 290 of Konnakol 2020, the video series in which every day of this year I show you something about Konnakol, that is the wonderful vocal percussion tradition of South India. I am Carlitos from Slovenia, and today is October the 16th, and we are continuing today with the same Korvai that I presented yesterday, with one important difference. Yesterday I showed you this Korvai that has, 80 aksharas, it's 80 aksharas long and it has a particular structure, but yesterday I performed it in chaturashra nadai madhyamakalam. That means that it was rendered in a subdivision of 4. And today I just showed it, I am going to explain it to you, how to perform it in a subdivision of 5, also known as khanda nadai kalam, all of course within the rhythm cycle of adi talam. And so today is the second episode of this mini-series of 3 episodes, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any doubts about all this terminology, it's because you haven't seen the videos in the YouTube playlist titled Konnakol 2020 Basics. So you are very welcome to go over there and learn, for example, how to count adi talam, what are these differences in nadai or subdivisions, and many other more important topics. So go there if you need to. I like to start looking at compositions first with the structure, but today's structure, there's nothing changed from yesterday. So this is the same structure that we have: a phrase for 5, then a gap for 3, phrase for 4, gap for 3, etc. all the way until the last line that we have 5-5-5, 1, 5-5-5, 1, 5-5-5. That's a very common tirmana. The difference, as I said before, is that now we are rendering all this in khanda nadai, meaning that even though they are exactly the same phrases, they have a very different feel. So I would still like to perform them for you, so you can get a hold on, or a better hold of how is this going to be performed. So the phrase for 5, which is Thadhikinathom, when you render it in khanda nadai, it sounds like this: Thadhikinathom. You see the subdivision is always 2 plus 3 for every finger. Thadhikinathom. Subdivision of 5, a phrase for 5. It matches 1 to 1. The 4 is ThakadDhin, and we do it ThakadDhin. No apparent change. The phrase for 3, we perform it as Thakita against this, which is Thakita. Still no change. The phrase for 2 is Thaka, and the phrase for 1 is Tha. All of that looks very common, very unchanged, very simple. Then we have the gap for 3, which is Dhing, so Dhing. And finally, we have this 5-5-5 that, yes, is going to be, you might think, very simple because it's Thadhikinathom, Thadhikinathom, Thadhikinathom. That's correct. However, that's all fine when you start performing these phrases on the downbeat, but this is hardly going to happen. So for that, let's take a closer look at the transcription. Here you can see that the whole Korvai, it's now 2 avarthanams long. These are the 2 groups, because we are in khanda nadai. So 80 aksharas divided by the number of aksharas in one avarthanam of adi talam in khanda nadai kalam, which is 40. 80 divided by 40 is 2. That's why we have 2 avarthanams. Don't you love first grade arithmetic? I do. So let's take a look beat by beat. The first beat is Thadhikinathom, fine, a phrase for 5 with a subdivision of 5, but then we have DhingThaka. So it means that we have the gap for 3 and then the beginning of the phrase for 4, which is Thakadhin. So you see already there we are starting our phrase for 4 not on the downbeat, and this is when it becomes challenging. But in order to help us, what we do is we subdivide into groups of 2 plus 3. So we count like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's going to make it much easier. So now I'm going to perform this at a slower tempo and with the subdivisions. So you're very welcome to join, but if you need more time to study this at your own pace, you're very welcome to hit the pause button on your video player and then go study this, because it will be frozen. You can study this, and whenever you're ready, you return. And of course, I will be very much obliged if you would like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. So now that we're ready, let's do this. ThakitaDhaka ThakitaDhing ThakitaDhin 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 Thadhikinathom Thadhikinathom. So you see, it will be much easier when you have the subdivision going on of 2 plus 3. And also, in the last tirmanam, which is 5-5-5, 1 gap, 5-5-5, 1 gap, 5-5-5, you will notice that the first group of 5-5-5, it lands on Thadhikinathom. So it's Thadhikinathom, right? Kinathom. Then the second group of 5-5-5 is going to land on Thadhikinathom, and the final one is downbeat, so it's Thadhikinathom. Those are important points that you can hang your hat from, so to speak. Anyway, that's all from me today. I hope you liked this composition, and tomorrow we are going to patch them both together, the chaturashra and the khanda. So I hope you'll be joining me as well tomorrow. Let me know what you think by using the Instagram, Facebook or YouTube comment boxes, or just reach out to me via my social networks displayed here, because I like getting feedback. So that's all from me tonight. Thanks a lot for watching. I have been Carlitos from Slovenia, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.